Good morning, everyone. I'm popping on a little bit earlier today because we are heading up to Sydney for a wedding. So looking forward to that. Looks like a beautiful day. Definitely a beautiful day here in the Illawarra. So hopefully it'll be just as nice up in Sydney. I hope you're doing something creative today. I have already made my wedding card and popped it in an envelope. I'm going to show you a couple of cards today that you could use for a wedding card or a birthday card or even just graduation or something like that. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to use your ribbons and braids that are part of the selection in the mini catalogue, as well as the ribbon that comes from the annual catalogue. So if you have been following me for a little while, you will know that I love altering ribbon. I love fraying it and doing slightly different things with it that you would normally do. So I'm going to give you a few hints and tips in the video today, and I will post it. So even though I'm going live at 11, it will be up on my Facebook page. So if you're tuning in at the normal time around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, you'll be able to watch the replay today. So thank you for joining me if you are here early. Hi Deb, how are you going? Yeah, so if you're joining me early, you'll get to see it live. And I'm going to flip the camera around straight away just to show you a few of the things that I wanted to share with you today. So just bear with me. Okay, here we go. All right, just get everything in focus. Okay, so the braids that I am playing with today are actually the two of the braids are from the mini catalogue, which is the current Christmas, what we call the July to December mini catalogue. I'm trying to find one so I can show you where these braids are in the back. And would you know, I just can't put my hand on one at the moment. Where is it? Where is my catalogue? I know I was looking at it yesterday. Just talk amongst yourselves and I will find it for you. Catalogue, where are you? Yeah, so I've got the new catalogue here, but I can't show you that. I can show you the inside. Let me just grab one from around the corner. I think there's one actually. Here we go. Alrighty. So I am going to show you the two braids that I'm playing with today. And hi Lisa! At the back of the current holiday catalogue, the mini catalogue, you will see some iridescent trim, and that is one of the braids I'm going to be playing with today, as well as the silver threaded twine. Now both of these are fairly thick. They've got several ply in them. I'm not actually sure how many, but you'll see that they're almost like a rope when you're starting off with them. So on the roll, you will unwind a little bit and you'll feel it. There's quite a bit of thickness there. So I've cut two little bits off my roll. This is all you need for this little technique that I'm showing you. And another thing I wanted to point out was when you've got a thicker ribbon, so this is a fairly wide ribbon, this one which is called the Natural Finish ribbon. It's from the Cottage Flowers collection, I think it's called. It is a lovely neutral colour. Look at that, it's gorgeous. If you don't want to use it thick like that, a little tip, you can actually divide this into several different widths. So if you're wanting a fairly thin piece of ribbon, you're just going to go along with your paper snips like this, and I'm going to cut this one a third off the thickness so that I've got a little bit more of a delicate and a smaller width of ribbon to play with, because what I want to do is tie this into a bow or a couple of bows so that I can put a little rosette over the top that I am going to make out of these wider twines or these thick rope twines. So I don't mind having a rough edge like that because I do like the vintage feel. If you don't want to have a rough edge, start off with a thinner ribbon, a smaller ribbon, so that you can make a little bow like I'm making now. So that's my first one. I'm going to make another one while I'm talking to you. So yeah, one of the things I've always loved to do with ribbon is cut it down to the size that I want to work with. I like fraying it as well, so I don't mind the frayed kind of look on my cards. I think it gives it that sort of more relaxed vintage feel, lots of texture. And some ribbons fray really, really beautifully, so you will create what's called almost like a feathery look with them, which is fun. I once demonstrated that technique at one of our conventions, and I called it the faux feather technique. If you were there, you'll probably remember it. So it's one of my favorite things to do, but this one, you're kind of leaving, I'll show you the raw edge there so that you've got a nice bit of texture on the end. So I'm going to snip that off. So what I've done is I've just created two bows like that, which are going to form the basis of my little rosettes that I'm going to show you how I created. Alrighty, let me just put that to the side. I'm not going to show you the finished projects until the very end today, guys. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is bring in my hot glue gun, and I've got it heating up over there. So I'm going to go and grab it and bring it back. And I'm going to show you how to create a rosette, or something that looks like a rosette, out of the silver threaded twine and the iridescent twine as well. These are both from the July to December mini catalogue, as I said. All right, let me unplug my glue gun, and it's looking like it's nice and hot now. So what I want to do is pop a blob of glue just in the middle of each of those bows. I should be using my silicone mat so it doesn't stick to my paper, but that's okay. We'll work out, we'll work it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just wanted to get the glue on there. And then what I'm going to do is wind up these little bits of twine just in a spiral shape. So I'm just going to roll them pretty tight. So there's the iridescent one. And before this hot glue dries, I'm going to just stick it on to there until it's sort of holding. You want the end to be fairly tucked away there, and I'll just show you again on this one before the glue dries again. What you want to do is tuck the very end of it. So you're gonna roll the middle, one of the ends into the middle, and the other one ends up being like that, loose. I don't know if you can see that, and you want to actually tuck that behind the rosette, and that gives it a little bit of shape as well. So when you stick it onto the glue, and I'm going to bring this up so that you can see it a little bit more clearly. There we go. This is where your silicone mat comes in handy, guys, because you stick to all of your paper that's underneath. Let me just show you what they come up as. Really gorgeous. These little rosettes that I've made. How gorgeous are they? So it's just a spiral. I used these on my swaps that I had on stage this past Saturday. Hi Leonie, how you going? Oh, enjoy. Yeah, we're off to a wedding today, so it's a good day for a party, good day for a wedding. Enjoy Lachlan's 40th. Safe travels, and yeah, enjoy your family time. Hi Christine, good to see you. So yeah, so that's how I made my rosettes. Now let me bring in some of the projects that I have to show you today. This one, because we're sort of onto a bit of a wedding theme today, this one could definitely be a wedding card. So there is some of my altered ribbon. That's the beautiful natural finish ribbon, which I've cut into, it looks like I've cut that into half for that one. These ones were in thirds, the ones that I demonstrated, so you can cut it to any width you like, really. And I've just stamped and embossed, I don't know if you can see that gorgeous heat embossing there in silver, and I've used some of our silver foil and the herringbone embossing folder in the background. That's really lovely and sparkly. Really simple, elegant card. That definitely could be for a wedding or a birthday. So happy birthday to Lachlan. And this one here, again, I have used that technique that I just showed you. This is black embossing, so I've used the black embossing powder. And this one actually has a stamp that's from our new Fitting Florets suite, which is coming into the new mini catalogue. And that will be available for customers. That's actually, sorry, available to customers right now. There is a whole suite of products that's coming that you can get early. So it's kind of like being a demonstrator, I guess, except Demonstrator's got it even a month earlier than that. So that was kind of cool. But I love some of the greetings in the stamp set. There's a Christmas stamp set for this as well. I like, I've used the another designer series paper. This is a specialty paper, which is from one of the suites in the annual catalogue. And I just love that neutral colour theme of this card, but it's just a little bit sparkly and elegant as well. Here's another one that also could be for, this could be for a graduation, a birthday, yeah, perhaps not a wedding because it's a singular, unless they're marrying themselves. That's kind of a weird thing, but I guess people have done that. So yeah, so it could be any celebratory kind of card. And this is the rosette that I just demonstrated again for you. So you can see it would look equally nice with that silver threaded twine. In fact, that's quite nice. I know, Christine, it's beautiful. It's such a lovely set. And I really, really love the greetings in all of those, in that stamp set. Yeah, and the framelets, how gorgeous are the ovals? They look great in any color, right? I don't know if you can see in the background there is that herringbone embossing folder again. That's a little bit more subtle with the black, the basic black cardstock. But again, this is a card, very elegant, very simple. And you could really make it for any occasion. And I actually think it looks good also with the silver threaded twine. I just love those rosettes. So look, I hope you guys have a go at making these little rosettes. You will need a hot glue gun. That is essential, I think, to the success of these. I think the glue holds them really well. And you could just make up a whole heap of these embellishments ready to go and just apply them to a card as needed. And it's just a lovely little bit of texture that you can add to any project to just finish it off and give it that extra little bit of wow. So there's all my cards that I just showed you. I hope you guys have a creative day, whatever you're doing. If you're going to a birthday or a wedding today, enjoy your time. And if you're catching the replay, thanks for dropping by. If you were here live, thanks for watching. I will just flip it around and say goodbye. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will be back very soon with some more inspiration for you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.